Hello again. For today's final game, I have some new information about download.
We interrupt our regularly scheduled programming for a Channel 3 special report.
Good evening. I'm White. Jonathan Shaw is on assignment. We apologize for our earlier coverage of the so-called Madison race riots. Reports coming in now indicate the violence is neither racially motivated nor restricted to the greater Madison area. What is certain is that this seemingly unexplainable mass hysteria continues to spread throughout the heartland, with injuries reported to be in the thousands. We now go live to Catherine Lanphier at St. Augustine Memorial Hospital. Catherine?
David, the staff here says they haven't seen anything close to the sheer volume of casualties. Badly injured, very frightened people are pouring in, no exaggeration, by the hundreds. And we're told that most of the injuries are not gunshot or stab wounds, not bites, as we were led to believe earlier. Just a few minutes ago, we spoke with one of the doctors that has been on call since this morning when the patients arrived.
We have seen cases of complete digit, finger extraction, deep throat laceration, even a large section of flesh torn away as if by a rabid dog or wild animal.
We've been told by nurses there have been complications.
Almost all wounds have shown immediate infection. Many have went into toxic shock. One patient...
Have there been fatalities?
Excuse me, please. I'm sorry, I have to go.
I was coming home from work, and I saw this woman in the road, and she was moaning or something, so I went out to go see. I thought she got hit by a car or something like that, and I went...
Fuck her right in the pussy!
And she bit me, scratched up her dick! I just took off. And...
Doctors are still at a loss as to the reason behind these attacks, and the situation doesn't seem to be improving. The past few minutes, I've seen 4 ambulances and several cars pull up with victims seeking emergency care. Whatever's going on, it seems to be far from over. David?
Fuck you!
Catherine. Speculation seems to surround the origin of this phenomenon. Theories include an airborne plague, a toxic chemical spill, bioterrorism, and even...
Yes!
More on the situation as it develops.
The President wants to make it perfectly clear that this is a case of bioterrorism. No such agents exist in the arsenal of any nation or known terrorist group. He also wants to stress the need for calm and respect for law and order. The quicker people can get off the streets and into their homes, the quicker the appropriate federal and state agencies can reach these troubled areas. Although a further call-up of reservists is on the table, our current overseas military assets will remain in place to reassure our allies that this is a minor, containable situation that we expect to see fully resolved in 24 hours or less.
Again, that was Press Secretary William Kaplan with the first official statement from the White House a little over 30 minutes ago, stressing calm and what he assures us is a fully containable situation. I've just received word from my producers that a tape showing one of these random attacks has been dropped off at our studio. I'm being told that the tape contains graphic material and violence. The viewer should be advised. I'd like to apologize for the footage you just witnessed. I did not have the chance to previously view it, and I'm sure neither did my producers. Or they would have never allowed material of such poor taste to be broadcast on this or any television show, especially a news report.
The human mouth is full of millions and millions of
Your dick!
and most people don't practice good dental hygiene. So naturally, any bite is going to become infected, no matter from whom. These people don't have some sort of voodoo hoodoo disease.
Yes, but Dr. Collar, how...
Look, David, what you fail to realize is that most of these so-called experts are looking in the wrong direction. The problem is...
Look, I'm sorry, we have to cut away right now. I'm just being informed that both Istanbul and New Delhi are reporting sporadic outbreaks of violence, similar to those here at home. And clearly this is no longer an American... What? We're just getting a picture from our BBC correspondent. Over to Trevor Hanna in London. Trevor? 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 Like most stations, we're experiencing technical problems with our satellite connection, but we'll try to follow the situation and bring you up-to-date information from the other side of the globe as it comes. We now have word on the situation in New York. All bridges and tunnels to Manhattan are being destroyed, and a barrier of Coast Guard craft is taking up position around the island. We don't know, however, if this is to keep people from getting in. We should have footage from New York shortly. State and local authorities are urging communities to form clean and sweep teams. We'll now go live to Monroeville, just outside of Pittsburgh, where one of these sweeps is currently underway.
Daddy, come on! Put another round on that woman over there!
No!
Daddy, come on!
No!
Daddy, come on!
We have some startling information from Fran Parker, live at the Hammond County Medical Examiner's Office.
Look at this one. I was giving an autopsy to. During the whole autopsy, he never stopped moving. And I took out his... What I'm trying to tell you is...
Oh my God.
The dead are died. That's all I can say.
Well, how are people supposed to protect themselves, Doctor?
This is the most contagious disease I've ever seen. What I would say, and I'm warning you, everybody, do not come in contact with any of these zombies.
And there you have it, David. The dead are alive, and there's no cure, and there's no explanation, and there's no nothing. Oh my God! David, cut away! Cut away!
Get away from him! Get away!
So they are dead.
Yes, in that the circulatory, respiratory, and other vital functions have terminated, these subjects are technically...
Has survived.
Please just let me get through this and then I'll take questions. The infection is spread through direct fluidic contact. It must enter through the bloodstream through an open wound. Infection duration depends on the size of the wound and its proximity to a major blood vessel. Reanimation will occur no later than 1 to 5 minutes after the victim's primary life functions have expired. Once reanimation has occurred, the subject will respond with immediate homicidal aggression.
It's clearly, it's clearly a shocking development unfolding. You're going to want to keep it locked in here. You stay with us all night.
Are we transmitting?
I'm sorry, we had to cut away. We need to go now live to the White House press room for an emergency military briefing.
The state of emergency has been declared in the United States of America, including all overseas dependencies and the Commonwealth.
To Japan.
For reasons yet to be determined, the bodies of the living are returning to life and attack the recently deceased. The scope of this epidemic is now reaching global proportions. The President has sent to Congress a package of initiatives which will be explained by the Secretary of Defense, Mr. Martin Emery. Mr. Secretary.
As of 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the President has declared the continental United States under martial law. The nationwide curfew of 7 p.m. tonight has been put into effect, and any citizen caught outdoors between 7 p.m. and 7 p.m. is subject to arrest and detention without counsel. All reserve military personnel and National Guard are ordered to report for immediate deployment. All law enforcement, firefighting, and emergency personnel will be prosecuted with deadly force, no questions.
I got, do we have those rescue stations yet?
No!
Well, fine then, please. I need those rescue stations. Fine. You know what? Fine. I'll give them.
Someone find the goddamn rescue station. Now!
Current estimate in the U.S. puts the number of dead at over 10, but this is, many would consider, a wildly conservative estimate. Regarding the entire world, I can't even begin to give you a number. One bright spot to report, we now have a tape of what to do if you should find yourself assaulted by a reanimate. Can we roll that?
Hey! She's down, coming. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Watch, guys. Everybody clear? All right. Some of you males may find this somewhat disconcerting to have to engage a female of the species. I did. It took a long time to get over it, but it's necessary. This is three, mind you, multiple suspects coming from opposing directions. This is not fun. This is scary. You'll all go through it. Stay with me. Watch very carefully. Okay. Kurt, are you on? Fred, you on? Ambulance, Tom? Good. Stand by. Okay, bring it up, guys. Stay on him. Stay on him. Watch, they're getting up. 3, 2, 1. Clear! Clear! Ladies and gentlemen, what you've just seen here is not pretty. I don't enjoy this. I don't think you will either, but it's a necessary evil, if you will. I don't know anything else to tell you about this.
Lucas, are we on? We're on.
Yeah, we're still on.
It's been confirmed from several sources that the destruction of Shanghai and Hong Kong were the result of thermonuclear explosions. Whether sent by the Chinese government, a rogue faction of the Chinese military, or the Russian government in their promise to aggressively defend their borders, is still not and may never be known. Within the next hour, we will be transferring responsibilities to the emergency broadcast system. We believe, although this has not yet been confirmed, that the President and his cabinet have already left Washington, D.C. for an undisclosed, secure location. We now have an audio, some would say, final audio message to the American people. I'm coming home. Get the kids ready now. I'll be there soon.